Bianca Veritas Interlude. Lost Verity. City 173, outside the Holy Church, November 3rd, 10:29 a.m. Hey Loft, you on patrol duty today? What are you looking at outside the church? Oh, hi Toby. Yeah, I got thrown all the patrol missions ever since you took time off to nurse your injuries. Wow, sorry for the extra work. Here, something for your hard work. Toby throws a pack of MRE rations at Loft. Oh, come off it, you. Are those provisions for the church? You got me. That old man Cave, always asking you to help with deliveries. It's fine when you're healthy, but how can your wounds heal now? Nah, I just treat it as rehabilitation. Enough about me. Remember, today is not a holy day. Why is the church so noisy? It's been like that ever since that sister came to this church. None? Yeah, an army from Kuzath Snow Plain stopped by a while ago. They left the sister here and continued down south with the other survivors. Oh, I remember them. Their leader looked tough. I wonder if my arrows are faster than his blades. Having said that, Toby raises his left arm to chest level with the supply crate in hand, while making a drawing motion with his right hand, aiming for a point beyond the horizon and mimicking the sounds of shooting arrows himself. Can't you just take it easy for a day? How can I protect you all if I don't train constantly? Alright, let me continue. That sister, I think she's called Bianca? Bianca. I've been hearing that name quite a lot recently. Toby stops making shooting motions and recalls some recent conversations he had overheard. Did you hear? That newcomer got into quite a lot of trouble and everyone was afraid of her, so she got abandoned here at our church. I heard she killed the father who raised her up. Oh my lord! I can't believe a church raised a sister like that. No, more like a witch. She didn't even deny it when asked. She's definitely guilty if you ask me. Someone's coming over. There have been disappearances more and more lately, even that homeless old man's gone. Speaking of him, I remember seeing him with that new sister from the church before. You don't think... I think you're onto something here. Come to think of it, we started seeing more people going missing after that Bianca came here. Then it must have been her. We should chase her out of town and then we'll be safe. I know, right? It's so obvious, but those soldiers are still doing nothing. Why are we paying taxes to feed those slackers? Who in their right mind would want to become a soldier anyway if not for the current situation? Except for Toby, and that kid's an exception. Yeah, good kids like him are rare to come by nowadays. Shh, she's coming over. Let's go. I heard she killed the father who raised her on the snow plains. Toby is pulled back to reality by Loft's voice. Following Loft's gaze, he sees a blonde girl sitting in a corner all by herself. Yeah. But I think she's just misunderstood. She may look cold, but I don't think she's a bad person. Huh, only you would think that. Toby waves at Bianca passionately, catching the attention of those in the church. Well, it's time for guard duty, so I'll see you later. Though I suggest you keep your distance from her. Before Toby could reply, the crowd that has caught sight of Toby swarmed over. Toby! Good afternoon, Father Leon. Here's the provisions for this week. Toby places the supply crate on the ground and taps on the monitor of the crate a few times. The supply crate opens up on all four sides, revealing the supplies inside. Thank you, Toby. Looks like Cave's being lazy again, but I heard you were recovering from your injuries. Why are you out here working? They're pretty much healed already, but thanks for asking, Father. Long time no see, Toby. Heard you got hurt in the last battle. You've got us worried sick. I'm fine. 'Tis but a scratch. Look, I'm healthy as a horse. Toby runs his fingers through his brilliant blonde hair while his right hand reaches for his bow on his back. He then poses in a way which he thought looks cool, causing the bystanders to laugh, consequently lifting the mood. We're all happy that you've recovered. Alright, we shan't hold you up. Come, there's a supply bag for everyone. The father claps his hands and the people gathered around Toby swiftly form a line. Everyone prays in front of the supply crate before taking their own share. The whole process proceeds without a hitch. Toby notices that Bianca stood at the end of the line the whole time with no intention to come forward and claim her supplies, so he takes out a supply pack from the crate and heads over to Bianca. "Hey there, are you feeling unwell? Here's your share of the provisions. Also, here's a flower for a lovely lady like you." Toby holds out the supply pack to Bianca, and on top of the pack lies a single white lily. "No thank you, though I do appreciate the thought." "What? But you'll starve." "That..." Before Toby could finish his sentence, a woman inserts herself between them, putting a stop to the conversation. "Toby, don't mind her. She says she doesn't need it, so just leave her." "You, where are your manners?" "Yeah, come over here, Toby, don't mind her." "What? It's fine, Sorry about that, Toby. She's always like this. You should just stay away from her." "Oh, right, I heard there have been disappearances nearby here lately too. It's getting more and more worrisome. You should be careful too." With everyone's attention on him, Toby cannot continue his conversation with Bianca. Instead, he addresses the crowd. "Don't worry. I'll protect each and every one of you. It's my duty as a soldier, after all." City 173, Holy Church, November 13th, 9:41 a.m. It has been 10 days since Toby's last delivery of supplies. An air of unease has spread throughout the church. We haven't seen Toby ever since his last delivery here. I saw Loft asking the father something with a grave expression a few days ago. Toby hasn't been back home too for the past 10 days. Oh no, did Toby disappear too? The army hasn't been in battle with the corrupted recently, so... It's as they say, people who come in contact with the witch will... Ah, she's coming over. Let's go, or else we'll be the next ones missing. City 173, corridor inside the Holy Church, December 21st, 11:47 p.m. The quiet of the night is shattered by a series of footsteps reverberating through the empty corridor. Moonlight pierces through the stained glass windows, painting the walls with a spectrum of dancing shadows. Under the dim light, a head of gold and a face of sorrow can be seen. Restlessness has been spreading throughout the city. People are scared. They are doubting. And those who have disappeared, are they still safe? Father, I do not know how to proceed. What should I do? Where should I go? Father. Bianca mumbles by the window. A sudden sound echoes from the church hall, sounding even more out of place in these empty hallways at night. Then who could it have been? Bianca asks without a second thought, but she only received silence as a reply. She hesitated before carefully making her way toward the hall. In front of Bianca is the door leading to the hall, which had been opened slightly by someone. After a few moments of thinking, she quietly pushes open the door and enters. With the help of the dim moonlight, Bianca is able to make out a black-cladded figure in long robes kneeling in front of the statue of God as if they are praying. Bianca sticks close to the wall, careful to conceal her presence as she inches closer to the black-clad man. A sharp sound of glass breaking rings out from under her feet as she walks past the stained glass windows. Bianca worriedly lifts her feet from the broken glass and hides. But what puzzles Bianca was that the noise did not alert the black-clad man. She peers out from behind the bench to see the man is still praying in front of the statue as if nothing happened at all. After a moment of hesitation, Bianca calms herself and makes her way toward the man once more. As the distance shortened, Bianca can see that man's robes are tattered. He has a head of dazzling blonde hair, and in front of him is a very familiar longbow. Mr. Toby? I heard you went missing a while back. Everyone will be thrilled to see that you're fine. The black-clad man finally finished his prayers. His body swayed under the moonlight. He slowly opens his mouth to speak while still kneeling. Judging from your voice, You're Miss Bianca, right? I'm sorry for entering without permission. Huh. You really are a nice person despite what the others say. Sorry for coming at this hour, but I have a small request. The black-clad man turns around to reveal that he is indeed Toby, but at the same time, Bianca can see blood-red electric currents course through his body. It was a familiar sight, one that Bianca has seen hundreds of times. The signs of punishing corruption. Her heart clenched at the sight of it. How could this be? You're infected? But if humans are infected, though. Toby tries to comfort Bianca with a strained smile. They'll die. But I feel that I'm not quite human now. Something probably happened when I disappeared, but I don't remember anymore. Oh, come on, smile. I don't know how to react when people put on that expression. I'm sorry. Don't apologize as well. I don't know how to deal with those, too. I'm sorry. You must be in pain. Hearing Bianca say that, Toby hesitates for a moment, but the hesitation is soon replaced with a relieved smile. Toby wanted to comfort Bianca, but he was only able to stand for a second before crashing to the ground, as he was already too weak to support his own weight. Toby, what's wrong? I don't have much time left. Can you do me a favor? I heard the rumors, but I believe Bianca isn't that kind of person. Please pick up that bow. Toby. I can't remember what has happened. When I woke up, I've already found myself in this church. It must have been God's will. At the last moment of my life. Meet. Toby. It's too late. No. Sorry. What are you talking about? Please, accept my bold request. Kill me. Thank you, Bianca. The battle quickly finished. Peace returns to the church. Toby is struggling to get on his feet. Blood keeps coming out of his wounds, but he is still smiling. What's with your body? Something different is happening to me. If only I could die easily like others. Please, when I am still myself. Sorry to trouble you, Miss Bianca. Don't apologize. It's my bad. I couldn't save you. No. You did. Maybe you have also saved others. Without you, I could have hurt someone. Sorry. I'm glad that I met you in the end. I feel relieved. After finishing the last line, Toby's legs can no longer hold him up. Toby falls into his own blood and calmly closes his eyes under the moon. A lily flower slips out of his arms and falls to the ground, soaked in the red liquid. Toby's last words still linger in her mind, but his cold body reminds her of reality. Why? Why do you all trust me so much? Father, and you? You talked about redemption and relief, but you are all dead. How can this be redemption? Ah! Bianca's thoughts are interrupted by the sudden screaming. She looks over and sees an unexpected guest at the front door. Don't come over here! The terrified sister rushes out, leaving no chance for Bianca to get close. Soon, many voices can be heard from all directions. In the church devoured by the shadows of the night, all that could be heard was weeping, screaming, and scolding. And in the midst of the chaos is the blood-stained Bianca standing in front of the statue of God. She's the witch! She's the one who killed Toby! It really is because of her. All those who have disappeared, they are all probably... No, Silence, you murderer! Toby. I watched Toby grow up. He was always so optimistic and kind. Now his future's ruined, all because of you. Why did you do it? Why him? Is that how you treat someone who has helped you before? Are you going to treat us like that too? Like how you killed the father and Toby? Some weep around Toby's body, while others stay strong and comfort the others with tears in their own eyes. Stay away, you devil! The angry mob no longer gains satisfaction from purely throwing insults at Bianca and resorts to throwing anything they can get their hands on. Get out of here! Out of our city! Demons like you aren't welcome here! Someone from the angry mob comes forward and slaps Bianca with all his might. He was about to give her a second slap before someone stops him. Get out of the way! Let me avenge Toby! Leave. You have contaminated this holy ground with your bloody ways, sister. From this moment onward, you no longer represent this church. Bianca is pushed out of the hall by the crowd, staggering for a few steps before regaining her footing. She ignores all the insults and things thrown at her, clasps her hand in front of her chest, and slowly bows toward the church. Soon after, she turns to leave, running forward and disappearing into the night. City 173, Main Street, 8:30 a.m. It's been way more peaceful ever since that witch left. Father Leon is too merciful in my opinion. We should have had her executed there on the spot. Who knows what disaster she's bringing to people elsewhere now. She's lucky she got away. If she ever comes back, I'll kill her myself. A Bianca in rags creeps out from the shadows after the 3 angry citizens left. She weakly staggers through the main street, but quickens her pace when she hears another conversation taking place nearby, dodging into an alley on the other side. Bianca only let out her breath after confirming the people talking had passed by. Relaxing, she sits down on the ground, leaning on the wall. Did I do the right thing? How pitiful. Who's there? Bianca cautiously looks for the owner of the voice in the depths of the alley. However, the speaker never meant to conceal himself and slowly walks out of the shadows. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wen, the chairman of Daedalus. Wen is dressed in a sleek black suit. He halts in front of the frail Bianca and extends his right hand. Relax, I come in peace. I am just a normal businessman. Bianca doesn't lower her guard and refuses to shake Wen's hand. Wen doesn't take offense to her actions. Instead, he stands up smiling and turns to face the direction of the distant church. How foolish the mortals. They cannot understand the saint. They betray the saint, kill the saint, yet the saint still loves the mortals no less. Bianca, sacrifice is necessary in order to save the masses. You. Oh, no need to be surprised. I know all that happens in this city, nay, in this whole area. Nothing can escape me as long as I desire to know. This is my card. My company provides one thing for the people and one thing only: safety. Wen produces a silver card from his jacket's inner pocket and hands it over to Bianca. As soon as Bianca takes the card, information about Daedalus is projected into the air in front of her. As you can see, my company is mainly responsible for the extermination of people who have been infected with the virus in order to protect others. Not just in this city, but all the cities from Kuzath Snow Plain to the south are under my protection. Snow Plain. You made the correct decision when dealing with Father Snow. If the corrupted outside are the enemy, then those who possess a risk like Toby and Snow are hidden liabilities. What we do is the salvation of the world. We find the helpless infected who may turn into a threat at any moment, and we relieve them of the suffering, which in turn guarantees the safety of others. This is the right decision made to save more people, and is also an act of justice in order to achieve social stability. Just like what you've been doing all this time. All of the choices I've made, they are all correct. That's right. Wen extends his right hand once more toward Bianca. You have talent. Join us and I'll make sure you'll receive the power you're worthy of. Let us save this world on the brink of death together with that power. That is also our responsibility, is it not? City 173, Daedalus, 5:47 p.m. One step forward. Turn. Very good. You're adapting well. Thank you. Sit. Wen pulls out a chair from behind his desk. Yes, sir. As Bianca was about to sit, she suddenly feels Wen's cane pressing against her back. Etiquette? Of course. Bianca immediately straightens her posture. Not bad. You learn fast. But Mr. Wen, what use is etiquette when I'm doing my job? You may have power, but etiquette is a habit and restraint. It is also a warning to oneself, allowing us to remember our identity and the responsibility we carry. You will understand eventually. That will be all for today. Thank you, Mr. Wen. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Bianca stands up and curtsies to Wen, then turns to leave the room. Wen stares at her back as she leaves, while stroking the cane in his hand. City 171, Prague Estate, 11:50 p.m. An extravagant crowd gathers in the estate's great hall, losing themselves in the fine wine and relaxing music. Bianca stands alone by the French windows with a wine glass in hand, looking out at the faraway scenery. What's a fine lady like you doing here all alone and not socializing with others? Good evening, Mr. Bale. Bianca curtsies to the man who initiated the conversation. No need for such formalities. I'm the one who disturbed you. Though I am surprised that you knew my name. No one in this city wouldn't know you, Mr. Bale, from the Electricity Bureau. I am Bianca, and it is an honor to be talking to you. Bianca. A beautiful name for a beautiful lady. Thank you. The night's still young and your glass is empty. That won't do. Waiter. Bale snaps his fingers and a mechanical butler walks over with 2 tall wine glasses filled with golden liquid. Sir, the 1790 jewels you requested. Bale nods in satisfaction and takes the glasses from the butler. He glances over briefly at Bianca as he turns around, but he couldn't find the admiration he had expected to receive from Bianca. Miss Bianca, care for a drink? He was a bit annoyed inside, but still puts on a good show and extends a glass toward Bianca with a smile. But he is interrupted before Bianca takes the glass from him by an incoming call, rendering him slightly embarrassed. Sorry, please excuse me. Please, don't mind me. An unknown caller. Clearly annoyed, Bale takes the call. Bianca smiles and curtsies once more before turning around, leaving Bale furiously yelling at the caller on the other end. City 171, Prague Estate Roof, 11:57 p.m. Bianca left the great hall and arrives at the roof. She takes off the small communicator device in her ear as she walks, The screen on the device shows unknown caller ID. Successfully copied Bale's identity data. Commencing hacking into City 171's power grid. Bianca takes out a small mechanical device and quickly taps away on the screen. Done. As soon as Bianca said that, the area around the Prague Bell Tower suddenly plunges into darkness. She walks to the edge of the roof and pulls a weapon box out of the shadows, taking out a bow and arrow after entering the password. She focuses her attention on the blacked out area. In her line of sight is a construct soldier who is currently loitering in the clock tower plaza. The other people in the plaza are still startled by the sudden power failure to notice the construct soldier's twisted expression and the faint red electric glow on him. The soldier slowly takes out the service pistol from his belt and points it at the innocent civilians that he was supposed to protect. Just as he was about to pull the trigger, an arrow flies through the air from far away. It pierces right through the soldier's back. The force of impact sends the heavy construct flying. The clock strikes 12. Statues of the 12 apostles appear beside the large clock as the statue of death slowly rings the bell. Bianca sheathes her bow, knowing that the corrupted construct can no longer hurt the innocent. Connecting. I can see you becoming more stable in the past few missions. It is all thanks to you, Mr. Wen. Keep up the good work. Yes, sir. The two of them continue to chat. It wasn't long before Daedalus' transport craft arrives to pick Bianca up. Alright, go do your job. I will. After saying that, Bianca leaps from the roof and into the craft. City 178, Seaside Port, 4:35 p.m. How the are those bloody wankers so strong? Joey, help me reload. Joey! Stop yelling. Joey's already dead from the blast just now. Ma, I don't want to die yet. I don't want to die. Where the hell is the boss's support? We're all dead meat if they still don't come. Look, it's the company's transport craft. I see it. Hey, you little... Don't suddenly stand up like that. In hell! Only one aircraft. That means... The transport craft soars past the soldiers and speeds toward the corrupted stronghold. As it approaches the stronghold, the door opens, followed by a few laser beams directed at the enemy camp. Silence claimed the whole area after a few minutes. Bianca slowly strolls out of the enemy stronghold. Some cleanup staff in black pass through in between the two stunned soldiers, heading over to where Bianca is. Thank you for your hard work, miss. I leave the rest to you. Bianca only noticed the two soldiers then, so she bid the cleanup staff farewell and makes her way toward the soldiers. Sorry I was late. No, don't apologize. If it wasn't for you, we'd be corrupted food by now. We could have handled it just fine if it weren't for these merchandise. The soldier may not have meant for others to hear what he was saying, but it caught Bianca's attention. Bianca couldn't comprehend what he was referring to, but regains her composure after a moment of hesitation. The sound of a cane knocking on the ground came from behind the three of them. The three of them glance at each other. It is obvious that none of them noticed Wen approaching, nor do they know for how long he had been standing behind them. They hurriedly greet Wen before scattering off in different directions to continue their work. Bianca is halfway to the transport craft before staggering and collapsing on the ground. As expected, this frame cannot continuously be used in full power. I guess I'll take a rest here first. After having made a decision, she finds a bombarded shelter nearby to carry out adjustments to her frame. Suddenly, hurried footsteps can be heard from afar. Bianca peeks out of the ruins to see some black figures heading for the sea carrying a cement column. Wen follows behind casually. He slightly raises his right hand and a black figure immediately kneels on the ground to light Wen's cigarette. Wen stands there unmoving, looking at the black figures dragging the column. He squints in displeasure before breathing out a puff of smoke. Talkative people are always a pain. Yes, boss. We have taken care of it per your orders. Good. Remember, keep quiet about this to her. Understood, boss. After their conversation, Wen heads the other way, leaving a stunned Bianca sitting on the ground. Mr. Wen, what was that? That dog tag in between the cement columns. It's that soldier's. City 173, Daedalus Security Product Storage Perimeter, 3:10 a.m. Hey, wanna go for a pint after work? I just got some good stuff. Talk later. We're still on the job right now. Don't worry, only if you know of the storage. I got some on me right now. Wanna try? Wowee, that's some good stuff right there. Alright, but just for a bit. Sure, come on. The two black figures head for the alley opposite to the storage. After they left, a shadow swiftly passes through where the two figures were guarding before. I remember there should be a central control system here somewhere. Found it. The figure takes out a small mechanical device and pulls out a cable to connect to the storage's wall. They then tap quickly on the device. Not long after, the storage wall slides open, revealing a hidden door that is enough for one to pass. The shadow swiftly pulls out the cable and sneaks in through the door. These are... All the lights in the storage are flipped on at once, illuminating the place and uncovering the shocked intruder's identity. Wen's voice resounds from deep within. This isn't a place you should be in. City 173, inside Daedalus Security Product Storage, 3:16 a.m. As the storage lit up, Bianca could see what the merchandise stored here was. Rows and rows of restrained constructs. This isn't a place you should be in. They are all... the missing people? How can this be? Mr. Lowe, Miss Phillips, can you hear me? Give it up. This way or modification. Did you do it? Mr. Wen? I'm sure you've already reached a conclusion yourself after seeing all of this. This is why I despise talkative people. If it weren't for that useless human waste earlier, we wouldn't be in this predicament right now. The merchandise he mentioned. Not only the members of Daedalus, but the corrupted constructs I've taken care of before as well. That is correct. All of them are merchandise we modified. Wen's confirmation makes Bianca feel faint. She stumbles before being able to steady herself. What we sell is safety, and safety is achieved by weapons and strength. And what's the most powerful weapon in our era? I'm sure you know the answer yourself. Yet those hypocrites dream of allowing weapons to keep their sentience. Fools, the lot of them. Weapons are weapons. They are no longer human after modifications. They are products for us humans to use as we wish. Weapons. No flesh, no blood, and no feelings. Then You are my finest creation. Except for that little flaw of yours, which is your faith. It prevented me from wiping your consciousness clean. But one thing you have in common with the other products is that, like all weapons, you have a limited lifespan. Don't waste your energy struggling. Soon you'll be the same as those constructs you've cleaned up. Hush! So all that I've done, providing relief, protecting the masses, they're all... You could have lived your life in the dream I weaved for you, until it was your time to be recycled at least. Bianca pulls out her bow in a fit of rage and aims for the southwestern side of the storage. Silence takes over after the static died. Nothing except for Bianca's ragged breathing could be heard. No need to get so emotional. I'll miss a weapon as excellent as you, but goodbye. Wen's voice suddenly sounds from all directions, completely wrapping around Bianca. Wen! So inelegant. Have you forgotten my teachings? I guess this would be your last lesson. Let me show you where the constructs you have saved come from. The second Wen finishes speaking, the restraints on all of the constructs in the storage broke. Scarlet electric current engulfs all of them. The next thing Bianca knew was the army of constructs charging at her. Sorry for inflicting that kind of pain on you. I'll come with you soon, as a human, not someone else's weapon. How disappointing. Farewell. City 173, Daedalus, 4:44 a.m. A Bianca covered in electricity finally arrives in front of Wen, leaving a trail of Daedalus member corpses behind her. It's over, Wen. Do you remember when you first came to this office? Wen ignores Bianca and strolls over to the window with his cane in hand. You've grown. What are you trying to say? Wen slowly turns around, staring straight into Bianca's eyes. The next second, Wen has an antique Derringer handgun pointed at Bianca. Bianca swiftly kicks up a chair on the ground toward Wen's head, and as Wen dodged the chair, Bianca already has an arrow through his chest. Wen staggers backward. He was only able to keep standing thanks to the cane in his left hand. He then picks up the fallen chair with his other hand with shaky breathing. He sits on the chair he picked up, supporting himself with both hands on the cane in front of him. Bianca stands on the other side of the room, silently witnessing his actions. Wen lifts his head to face Bianca. My most beautiful weapon. Are you satisfied with this ending? Wen's head slowly droops down after finishing his last words. He seems to have passed. City 173, Daedalus Rooftop, 4:55 a.m. In the dead of the night, Bianca stands on the roof of Daedalus' building. The sky starts to rain as if sensing her sorrow. It's all over. I'm tired. Let's take a quick rest. What's that sound? Oh, it's raining. What is that blinding white light? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't have anything to do with me anymore. Hey, hang in there. Don't fall. Where are those from Starved Life? Over here, quickly. Move the craft a bit closer. Hey! City 173, Star of Life Temporary Hospital, 11:50 a.m. President Hassan. She was unconscious in a pool of blood when we found her. Most of her sensory modules had been cut off, resulting in her not noticing the severe damages on her body. Or should I say, she noticed, but didn't care anymore. How is she now? We performed emergency maintenance on her frame. She's already awake. Thank goodness. Also, we recommend switching frames for her. The longer it's delayed, the more her personality will deviate. I understand. Take me to her. Of course, please follow me. Hassan follows the doctor past layers and layers of security before reaching the ICU ward. He enters the room after 3 light knocks on the door. It's been 4 days since we found you. I'm glad you're awake now. There's nothing for you to be glad about. You should have left me to die back on the roof. I'm sorry for everything that has happened, but they didn't happen all for nothing. You don't need to reject yourself like that. Oh, where are my manners? I'm Hassan, the leader of humanity. Firstly, I would like to thank you on behalf of all humanity for destroying Daedalus. I didn't do anything special. It was just senseless killing. No, what you did was taking out Kurono's traitor. When? If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have been able to track him down, and Daedalus' network wouldn't have been destroyed. And because of you, that bastard got what he deserved. You did the right thing, no matter in the snow plains, the church, or to Wen's underlings. Your actions have undoubtedly saved many. It's just that your faith may have been used by people with ulterior motives. Hassan pulls over the monitor by the hospital bed and taps on it a few times. Holograms of different cities are projected into the air, with all kinds of numbers flashing above. Look at these. These are the cities you've been to. If it weren't for your timely elimination of the corrupted, the population of these cities would have dropped drastically, and eventually leading to their fall. The models of the cities morph and crumble as Hassan spoke, turning into a pile of ruins in the end. Really? Yes, you saved them from destruction. Sometimes, people like you are needed. Shooting a soundless arrow in the dark and not in the light, misunderstood and even detested. But this is the only way to ensure the sun can rise once more and that the world can be protected. You're probably familiar with this place. Hassan taps on the screen and a flat area is shown. That's... Yep, where Daedalus once stood. It's completely gone now, as if it never existed in the first place. People are still living the same peaceful lives, but now the threat has been completely eliminated. You did this? Yes, more specifically, the purifying force of humanity did. You had no direct contact with them, but your motives were the same in this event. You stopped the Daedalus together. I think you'd fit right in, Miss Bianca. So I'd like to ask you, on behalf of humanity, will you join the purifying force? Take some time to think about it, kid. I've faced many dead ends too when I was your age, but we can't always let the past stop us. Rest for now. We'll meet again soon.